be good.
I'd like to see it done. Because
So would
you know
I.
what?
I'd like to do it actually. If someone doesn't want to be great, then we can't help you.
There are 8 dead flies sitting right there.
I don't see anything wrong in it.
Because you don't care, right? And that's the point.
This is marketing 101. Throw up a picture and people see it and they're gonna buy it.
Chris and I are very creative, right? So we're always yelling at each other or agreeing with how great we are.
Oh, look, it's different. Ugh.
Brad is cocky, egotistical.
If Chris has an idea that I don't like, I just won't do it.
We couldn't do this without our food guy.
Pie is such a classic, nostalgic food. It fits very well with that theme.
Ethan has been all around the world. He's our secret weapon.
Food is a really big part of a tourist attraction. That is a big element that people remember.
Oh my God, it's the best grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had. Is there a production assistant that can get some more ribs?
We like to send in secret shoppers first and pretend we're tourists.
Oh God, no.
Sweet, the technology.
The camera glasses.
It's like, why are you even here? Have you considered going somewhere else?
Doesn't look like this place is really generating any revenue for you, so I say knock it down.
We have 3 days left to complete this. But it feels like we need another 3 weeks.
Food is so important to a tourist attraction. I'm looking for what are the local foods there that are an expression of the attraction.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
What do you think?
Wow.
This so fits our dream more than we imagined.
I've been everywhere.
It feels great when we've taken a client from a faded glory attraction and put them on the map.
Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama,
The
Mattawa.
results speak for themselves.
Man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare man. I breathe the mountain air, man.
That's what gets us out of bed every day.
I've been everywhere.
We're Greg and Susie Homan, and we're the owners of the Citrus Tower, and we're standing in the top of it right now. The Citrus Tower is 225 feet tall. You can see surrounding areas of about 8 counties. The Citrus Tower was built and opened in 1956. Lake County produced more citrus at that time than the whole state of California.
Standing like a giant map tack near the geographic and population center of the state, the Citrus Tower has become a popular attraction for travelers on Highway 27.
The freezes of the 80s wiped out the citrus industry.
We know that personally because we were in the citrus business. So we watched our groves freeze.
Went broke and had to start over at that point.
When we started dating, we walked through one of the groves' little resets, and you told me those trees would put our children through college one day. They did not.
The Citrus Tower is really important to Claremont.
I've had several times being in the gift shop, someone comes in and wants to go up, and they're here because they were here with their father that they just lost. So we see it passed on through generations. There's a lot of emotion here.
We've had some dreams that we haven't been able to fulfill. I'm exhausted. I've gone through my resources and brought it to a level I could bring it.
It is old and tired, and we are too.
We're at the Citrus Tower in Claremont, Florida. Greg and Susie have asked us to come down here to save their dying tourist attraction.
Step 1 is the secret shopper. I said look like a tourist, not like you're from Jersey Shore. You ready
for the part.
Are you ready for the assignment?
I'm ready.
To start off, we hit a secret shop. So we're sending in Ethan and his friend Kristen, and they're playing the tourists because we have to know what the real experience is.
So you guys have the mission to go in and suss the place out and look at it through the eyes of the tourist, right?
We need to get in there and find out what's really happening before the owners even know we're there to get the honest answers of what's going on in this business.
Brad, what else you got?
Sweet, the technology. Oh yes.
Oh, the camera glasses.
When we're on location, I'm looking for what are the local foods there that are an expression of the attraction. So here we are in Florida right now, so it makes natural sense that Florida oranges is what we would focus on here. Nice, eh? Do you like that? That's weird. Premium meat snacks. Wow, the life-changing power of a grateful heart.
Not a lot of orangey, citrusy related items in the gift shop. 95% of the items in that gift shop do not relate to the tower experience whatsoever. It could be a gift shop in any strip mall.
How do we go up the tower?
You want to ride to the top?
Yeah.
So my first issue with this place, first thing you walk in, there's no signage. How do I get to the elevator? We need to change this.
I'm gonna give you a little information sheet. You can read that in a tour guide voice all the way up.
Okay.
This elevator came out of an old building in Orlando. It looks like you're only going to 15. That is not accurate.
The elevator is old.
And there's a chance you could die.
Yeah, it came out of an old building.
Smells funny.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
actually a pretty nice view. I mean,
Yeah, she wasn't lying. You can definitely see the lakes.
and this is the most sterile doll room I've ever been in. There's nothing here. The colors are boring, and
But there's
here's the we're gonna do it. We gotta do it. It's hard to believe that the most fun part of the experience was sticking a couple of coins into a tube and listening them fall to the bottom. If that's what you're hinging your experience on, that's pretty weak. That's the most money they're gonna make here.
Heard enough? You ready?
Let's get out of here. We got a divine intervention coming right now.
Now we have an honest snapshot of how a tourist sees the tower, but now it's time to meet the owners and hear their story.
Chris Hughes.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
thanks so much for inviting us here.
It's time to find out the mindset of the owners so we can customize a plan, so we can inspire them to keep this place going.
Well, I want to show you the office.
Yeah, not very many people get to see this.
No.
No kidding.
This is the control tower here. This is where I direct everything to happen. That's a picture of me as a tourist in the 60s on top of this tower. The tower gets to ride on 4 generations, and so it's important to keep the nostalgic tone to this place.
As soon as we walked into his office, Greg became a different person. He was happy, he looked around, he was proud. I looked around and saw what he saw for the first time, and I think we've got something to work with now.
You could have a museum based on what people experienced. You know, get back to this kid and what he remembers, because that's the kind of stuff that people want to see.
That was the moment where we connected. Things got emotional, the memories started to come flooding back. That just completely reinforced what this tower has to be again. Thank you so much for bringing us into your business. And I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but we secret shopped you today. So we brought in our team undercover because we want to get, honest, unbiased feedback, and we have pros that know what to look for. And I just want to run over some things that were very obvious. And the first impression for us is that it's old and it's tired. Everything from signage to color to the actual painting of the tower. There's so much that we're sort of starting from ground zero.
Like we talk about the smell, what's the sound, what's the style of the signage, what's in the store, what are people wearing, because there's no character. You've been able to tell us how you really do feel, and I think we need to bring that out
It's taking all those photographs that you showed us.
and go down the road of nostalgia.
It's just reestablishing what once was, right? And it can put you back on the map like it was in the 50s. This time, you've got to go 100%. You got to make the Hail Mary pass. It's all or none.
I think you're right on target.
Are you in?
Yeah.
We're in.
Let's have
This is
at it.
great.
All right.
Let's do it.
You made a comment that it's old and tired, and you're right, it is old and tired. And I think the idea of going back and really like screaming 50s will not go out of style.
We brought it to this level, now we want it to soar.
We got a lot of work to do, so let's get started.
Let's have at it.
Great.
Now that Greg and Susie are on board, we're going to turn the Citrus Tower into a trip back through time to the 1950s. We need a total restoration of the exterior of the building, turn the observation deck into a fun place to take in the view, we have to restock the gift shop, and most importantly, turn their unused banquet hall into a make-your-own pie station.
Hello, Emily. Hey. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, very nice. I like that. Great to see you.
Good to see
Cheers,
you as
right on.
well.
We've invited Emily Ellen. She's a local Florida chef. She has a huge personality, and that's exactly what we need for this project.
So Emily, would it be a great idea if we had a make-your-own pie station right at the Citrus Tower? Make a big pie and take it back with you.
Oh, I think they
Kids
would
would love
love
this. It'd be
it.
covered in meringue. It's great when I bring in the best chefs from around the country.
We're gonna whisk up those eggs, shovel it.
It's towering like the Citrus Tower, and they create some kind of local food.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that is right. I just get to sit back and do taste testing and enjoy it and get to test it as if I was a tourist. Would this work for me? Shove the whole thing in. That's a really fun part of the job.
Now it's time for us to show Greg and Susie the amazing food we're bringing to the Citrus Tower.
Ethan's our food expert and he's going to show you how to make some pies.
What's cool about this is everything can be pre-prepared. So a family could come into the Citrus Tower and do this. They can build the pies, they can go in the oven, go up the tower, and when they come back down, it's ready to go. So this is a spin on lemon meringue, but it's orange meringue pie instead.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's perfect. So I want you to see how easy this is to do. You're an expert at this. You've done this before. And if Greg can do it, anybody can do it.
This is great.
Yes.
I love it.
It's super easy, it's fun.
The thing about the pie is it makes people stay. So we've turned a 6-minute tourist attraction into an hour, maybe longer, right? And this is really just the gateway to show you what's possible.
I love it.
And I could see people coming back to Claremont and to the Citrus Tower to get an orange meringue pie.
Absolutely.
From start to finish, we throw our passion and our know-how into rebuilding and revitalizing every attraction.
Once every couple of weeks, we gotta fog it.
Yep.
We treat every business like it's our own business. To go back and see them being successful, that's what gets us out of bed every day.